All right. Should we bust this sucker out?
Pretend your team is making a decision. Okay. How would you respond to the following situation? A team member insists on going with an option that is different from the rest of the group.
You're fired.
You're gone. No, I would just kind of.
That's true, though. I feel like if it's against the full run, like against what everyone's thinking, they just look to find ways to either force that guy out or they just let him go.
Or just take him off the team, maybe.
Or make him switch teams, yeah.
Yeah, if it's like one of those situations. Oh, that's crazy. I bet that happens all the time, though. Scenario
It just happened at my
2.
work.
Oh, Jason, do tell, do tell.
Yep. My team got switched. So my team was under customer success managers and we were all managers. But they felt like a lot of my team was complaining about wanting more structure, which I didn't really care for. So that team's now under support. And so they have the structure, but now they have to work 8 to 5. They have to take an hour lunch. And I'm like, you guys wanted this. And now they're all upset by it.
Heck yeah. All right, so scenario 2. Scenario. I don't know. A team member acts reserved and withholding when asked for an opinion. This team member acts like they don't want to share their opinion, but really they're just being silent because they will get a kickback or a hidden bonus if they just go along with the strongest voices. What was that, Jason? You just kind of faded out there.
Am I cutting out? I'm on a train.
Yes.
So what's the question on that? So
how do you deal with
basically, do we agree or disagree with that? Oh, how I deal with that?
Yeah, it's how to deal with that.
Well,
I would say, I don't know. Maybe you just don't make them share their opinion or share their opinion a little bit. Enough to get whatever kickback is coming their way, because I'm a homie like that.
I like that.
I'm not gonna share my opinion. You'd make them say stuff.
A lot.
You think so?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't share their opinions because they're worried for whatever the consequences of what they share. Well, negative. I know that in my company, people don't share because like, well, what if I lose my job, or like we were talking before, a different opinion compared to the whole.
Yeah, I'd probably actually kick them out of my team if they're that worried about the hidden bonuses or money or anything kind of along those lines. Be like, you're not part of my group if you can't share your opinion because you're too worried about what the outside world is thinking.
I think you got to build trust with them so they're allowed to share their opinion. So when people do share opinions, there's no ramification for that.
For sure. It's kind of a weird scenario, if I'm being honest. The third one is a team member is very negative and critical. Their criticism is not anything substantive, but instead they criticize everyone and everything, and they are very passive aggressive. Daniel, what's your thoughts, man?
Someone was being like super negative and critical, and they were being like mad passive aggressive in the office. I'm pretty sure The criticism is not substantive, instead they criticize everyone and everything. I'd refer them to HR and put them on a disciplinary track.
You're a lot
Maybe-
nicer than I am. I nip that stuff in the butt right away.
Yep.
With my crew at work, I would pull them aside. I'll go, if you want to make life easy, you fix yourself now, or life is going to be not as great in the next few minutes if you keep it up. And usually that corrects it, or they're fired in the next 15, 20 minutes.
Heck yeah, Jake
I
Mueller
agree with Jake.
is a
Well,
dang.
and that's how you correct it in a warehouse setting. Of course, the office setting's different, but if you fire one person for it, no one else will complain.
Yep. Yep. You gotta nip it in the bud. Especially when it's just complaining to complain.
Mhm.
If they're not complaining and they're bringing the solution, it's a waste of my time and their time.
Absolutely. Negativity is never helpful. Oh, positive skepticism is much better. So the next one is something I would fire them for. A team member throws a temper tantrum about something specific. For example, the team member didn't get their way about a piece of, it actually says didn't get her way about a piece of analysis on one of those options. It says so. Another one is the team member's favorite option wasn't considered. And yes, sometimes professionals throw temper tantrums. In my book, you're gone.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Like you're not gonna
You
come to
have
work
that
and do that.
conversation either. Agreed. Act like an adult.
Yeah, well, if you want to have a temper tantrum, well, don't really have a temper tantrum. Go to your car, freak out a little bit, come back in, talk to somebody that cares. Not really cares. Probably talk to somebody that doesn't care, and then get you to calm down and like get back to work. That's what you do, right? That's what adults do. But not everybody is. That's very sexist that it says her. The next one says a team member calls someone out by name and says, "Why are you even in this meeting? This decision is outside your domain." What are some possible responses to this?
Me being petty is the why are you invited? But I would never say that at a meeting, but that's what my first reaction is. Why are you here then?
Yeah,
I teach primary, and sometimes I teach like the 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds, and sometimes like an 8-year-old will try to go in there, and then like one of the annoying like 10-year-olds will be like, "You're not supposed to be in this class. Like you're not big enough." And usually my response is just like, "Who cares? Like, like you're not in charge."
I've actually kind of had this scenario happen at my work, and I nip it in the butt. I go, well, I invited him here. I want his input. And then what I'll do, just to retaliate a little bit, is I will literally ask for his input on everything just to irritate the guy that said that. So, like, I'll directly just, Jason, how do you feel about it?
Make the
Your thoughts.
person ask
Why
what
don't you share your
it
thoughts on this too?
Freaking love it. Freaking love it, Jake.
big
This is why you're in Madden.
It's all
I'm
about the
not.
passive aggressiveness.
what a guy. Jake Mueller has learned how to be a savage. What I learned in business school is shut the crap down in the nicest way possible. Okay, so the last scenario is one team member is a persecutor and the other is a victim. The persecutor says the sentence to the others behind the victim's back. Victim's name is really immature and stubborn. He or she never listens. Then the victim finds out about this gossip. What are the victim's options? What's the victim's best option?
See, go to the gun safe. I'm just kidding.
2023, they come to work with a gun.
Yep. So what you do is you tell everybody not to come to work the next day.
Except that one guy.
That's the American way of doing it.
That's terrible. That's so terrible.
Don't come to school tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I'd say that if the victim came to me and was like, "Hey, what do I do?" It's like, um, well, they're actually being the immature one. So what you need to do is not like reciprocate, or you're gonna start this middle school drama kind of war, and I'm not gonna put up with that. So why don't you be the bigger man? And if it doesn't end there, then I'm taking both of you to the HR, and you're not gonna get written up, but I'm just telling you, you're gonna have to come with me because I'm not gonna have to go through that crap without you. If you don't nip it in the butt right now.
You know, a couple of boxing gloves and a boxing ring. Let them have it out.
Oh,
But
if only
no.
the world was
Yep.
a great place.
That's right. If I was the victim, I'd confront them. Like, what's your problem with me? If I was the manager, I'd have a conversation with both of them, and then, like you said, then that does resolve. Get HR involved.
Absolutely.
You know,
It's-
this is kind of a side note. It amazes me how little HR, like HR just has a bad rep in general. No one wants to talk to HR. But like now that I've grown management, this is the second company I've been a part of management of. HR doesn't do anything. Like nothing. And everyone's just so terrified of them. I'm like, bro. But
so they don't do anything except
they
for
hold all the power.
Payroll.
Yeah.
make it completely just
Documented.
legal and documented and legal to fire somebody.
Uh-huh.
That's what it really is.
Anytime I've
Exactly.
ever heard of like someone making a complaint to HR too, usually HR like handles it in like the worst way possible too.
Oh gosh, do they ever?
Oh, I mean, they're just people too, so they're not gonna
Yeah.
actually solve things correctly.
That's why you just bring the
It's just
gun.
gonna be
Yeah,
That's
guns
why-
solve all the
Nip it in the
problems.
bud.
Literally, nip it in the butt.
Literally.
Boom.
At my company, we don't call them HR. We call them the people team.
People do.
people.
I was like, I
I'm
don't know
not
if
sure
that's
if
even
that's
any
good or
better.
bad.
Exactly. But their motto is "We're here for the people," and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work because you're
You know
not.
You know who else is here for the people? Communism. Like, come on. Everybody's here for the people. Don't act like you're great, Communist leaders are for the people.
And ultimately too, HR, like if it's a problem with like management or something, they typically have to like choose management's side because that's like their boss. Lose either way.
HR is a weird.
Then you
Weird
just sue
role.
your boss and then you make a ton of money.
Oh, so do we have anything else? I don't think we have anything else for the semester.
Nope,
Isn't it awesome?
it's fantastic. And Jake, you're graduated, right? You're done. Done.
Got a finance final tomorrow, and I am donezo.
It must be
Jealous.
nice.
Oh, it is. It is.
Did you do all four at Ensign or all 4 years or whatever you ended up having to do?
Yep. All of it was here. I had everything lined up to transfer to the U. It was just a matter of clicking a couple buttons and I think signing a couple papers. And ended up staying. Best decision ever. because I have friends that are up at the U and they're not done yet, and they do a lot more homework than I do.
Yeah, Ensign's easy, eh?
So is there a promotion coming your way with the degree?
So they're gonna sit down. So we do a company Lagoon Day, and we treat. So it's August 3rd, I believe it is. But we treat August 3rd Lagoon Day as a year refresh, which is really weird, but that's how they've always done it. And yeah, they're gonna sit down and talk to me the day after Lagoon Day about being the actual operations manager. So
Ooh,
we'll see how that goes.
big boy on
But I
campus.
also have a job interview with Cache Valley Electric next week, so to be an assistant project manager. So cheers.
That's dope.
Oh,
Let's go.
hey there. Big things for Jake.
All
How
you
close
gotta
is
do
everybody
though,
else?
all you gotta do is get a job offer, and then you can start negotiating your wage super hard.
That's what I mean. So it's kind of worked out perfectly at my current job. So the operations manager was my dad probably a year and a half ago, and he got promoted. And um, they hired this guy who was just lazy as can be. And I was doing his job, and I was very, very vocal about it. He quit 2 weeks ago, so
Oh
it was
my
like
gosh.
beautiful timing. And
Let's go.
I know exactly what he made, and I know exactly what he was worth, and he was not worth anything that they were paying him, and I think I can get more than what he was making. So hopefully I can. We'll see. It's a pretty hefty raise from where I'm at now.
Get
And a
that
fuel card.
bag, boy.
That's absolutely amazing. That's all we can hope for. Hope,
Yeah.
hopefully.
But
That's awesome, man.
all is good, man.